Welcome to ETH Daily, a daily briefing on the latest in Ethereum. Here's your latest for Tuesday, February 24th, 2026. The Ethereum Foundation begins staking Ether. ETH 2030 is introduced as an experimental Ethereum client. L2B releases an interop dashboard, and Uniswap publishes a proposal to expand the protocol fee. All this and more starts right after this message. Are you running a treasury? You need a liquidity but don't want to sell ETH? Get the lowest fixed rates in DeFi and borrow against ETH, wrapped STETH or RETH on liquidity.org. The Ethereum Foundation has begun staking 70,000 Ether from its treasury, starting with an initial deposit of 2,016 ETH. The staking rewards will be used towards the Foundation treasury to support Ethereum ecosystem initiatives. The Ethereum Foundation is using minority clients, multiple beacon and execution client pairings, and a mix of hosted and self-managed infrastructure across jurisdictions. It is also running distributed signers via Dirk and managing its validators with the open source software Vouch. Its validators use Type 2 withdrawal credentials, enabling balance consolidation, reduced key management, and flexible exits. It will also build blocks locally rather than through proposer-builder separation sidecars. Ethereum community member YQ introduced ETH 2030, an experimental reference client implementing Ethereum's fully proposed 2030 Layer 1 roadmap. The codebase was produced using Cloud Code and embeds Go Ethereum for execution and networking. ETH 2030 targets the draft Ethereum Foundation Protocol Layer 1 roadmap spanning 65 upgrades across consensus, data, and execution layers. The project reveals how deeply interdependent Ethereum's planned upgrades are, as 3-slot finality is dependent on block-level access lists, which is dependent on gas repricing and blob schedule adjustments. If fully implemented, the roadmap would unlock orders of magnitude gains in throughput, faster finality, and stronger decentralization. L2B introduced L2B Interop, a new dashboard for tracking blockchain interoperability, including how chains connect and how value flows between them. Users can select any pair of 10 supported chains to track cross-chain activity, transfer sizes, transfer times, tokens, protocol-level details, and transfer mechanisms. L2B also outlined a framework that categorizes interoperability protocols into non-minting, lock and mint, and burn and mint models. USDC currently dominates among asset transfers between chains. The new page aims to bring transparency to cross-chain activity and showcase associated risks. And lastly, Uniswap published a temperature check proposal to expand V2 and V3 protocol fees across multiple chains and upgrade how V3 fees are managed. The proposal would activate fees on all V3 pools. It would also route Layer 2 fees back to Ethereum mainnet for uni-token burns. It is the first proposal under the Unification Governance Framework, expanding protocol revenue capture. In other news, EtherFi releases its iOS app, Nethermind releases its client for Arbitrum, and Coinbase launches 24/5 stock trading. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories in Ethereum. You can support this podcast by subscribing and following us at ETH Daily. Also subscribe to our newsletter at ethdaily.io.